Right now on KHQ Local News.
A desperate plea for help during a school massacre.
911, what is your emergency?
Yes, there's shots at Stokane Douglas. Someone's shooting up the school at Stokane Douglas.
The events, February 14th, seared into the memory of the nation. Parents, school staff, and students nationwide. 17 students and faculty members gunned down. Their lives ended in the blink of an eye. In the days and weeks since, an outcry.
You're either with us or against us. We are losing our lives while the adults are playing around.
Parkland students, survivors leading the charge for change. Today, the talk turns to action. The message, loud and clear, enough is enough. And good morning to you. I'm Sean Owsley. Welcome to this special report live on KHQ. We will get you back to regular scheduled programming after this special report. Students from across the country taking action and walking out of their classrooms. It's a nationwide call to action organized by Women's March Youth Empower. This morning at 10 a.m., about 4 minutes from now, there will be 17 minutes of silence for these 17 faces, the victims of the Parkland shooting. Freeman High School specifically adding an 18th minute to honor and remember the courage of Sam Strahan. We have team coverage this morning. Our crews spread across the region from North Idaho to North Spokane to Freeman. And it is Freeman where we begin our team coverage. Cheriston Bell and Matt Rogers. September 13th, the day Freeman changed forever. An event of this scale helps them feel empowered to make real change.
And good morning to you, Sean. You can see behind me that they have closed the curtains of the main offices here. When we first showed up about 20 minutes ago, students you could see in that hallway were making signs, waving to us. Now, school administrators say that a more organized walkout, if you could call it as such, is actually scheduled for April 20th. And so today they're saying that any students who leave class, they're calling it a disruption. However, there will be no ramifications if students do choose to walk out of class here today. Students that we've spoken to about this planned walkout, they expect to stand in a moment of silence for at least 17 minutes. They will add on an additional minute for the boy who died, Sam Strahan. That shooting happened back on September 13th of 2017 in the second floor of the biology classroom. That custodian tackled the shooter, took away his weapon. Students were then led to the football field, and released in groups of 10 to their parents. Back here live, however, this morning, students, as you can see, are gathered inside the school building. It is pouring down rain here. There is a sheriff vehicle on standby. Parents, however, they told us, school administrators, that because of this unplanned walkout, they just didn't have enough time to fully notify parents. And so any walkout, as per se, they say will not be, the students will not be penalized in any such fashion. So we're going to send it on back to you, Sean Owsley, in the studio. All
right, and our hearts continue to be with Freeman. Well, today's walkout's happening at 10 local times across the country. That means 3 hours ago, this was the scene. Parkland students themselves taking to the streets. Students at Stokane Douglas High School walked out for 17 minutes, one for each of their classmates and their teachers killed in that gun attack in their school a month ago today. They were the first of an estimated 3,500 schools and colleges to take part. That includes elementary schools. Let's go to Nicole Mischke, who is live outside Wilson Elementary on the South Hill.
We'll try to get a good, just hold them still for us.
Nicole, go ahead.
All right. Sean, thank you. And I'm sorry, it's a little hard for me to hear, so that's why I've got my finger pressed against my ear. But I am here at Woodrow Wilson Elementary School on Spokane, South Hill. And this is a little rare, an elementary school that's participating in this event today. We see a lot of middle schools, a lot of high schools. But this event here really took an organization from the parents. And it was two moms in particular that really rallied to make this walkout happen at Wilson Elementary School. And I want to step back so you can actually see some of the signs that these children made. They spent a lot of time last night making these signs. I'm going to read some of them. Am I next? I mean, that is the reality for so many of these students and parents that have caused them to come here today. It's the fear of what school is going to be next. Is it going to be my child's school? And it's a feeling of we have got to do something. Something needs to happen. And so what we're seeing today across the country is really an unprecedented show of solidarity. A couple more of these signs. Vote for gun control. We fight against gun violence. Fight back. One that says you've pissed off grandma. So we'll be coming back to you. We've got some students who are ready to talk to us, some parents ready to talk to us about why they're here today and why they're taking action with thousands of students across the country. Sean, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Nicole Mischke on the South Hill. I want to go to Gonzaga Prep, where I know they gathered in the gym and actually watched a video on gun violence. Peter Maxwell is live for us there.
Sean, good morning. You can see right now students here at Gonzaga Prep are going out to the 25-yard line on their field. Earlier this morning, they gathered in the gymnasium to write letters to their constituents, to register to vote, and to make signs against gun violence using the hashtag enough. Students here, there's about several hundred students gathering out here, and you can still see they are still walking out to the field to honor those 17 victims that did die a month ago down in Parkland, Florida. We're going to send it back to you and respect the moment of silence that's going to be going on here shortly.
All right, Peter Maxwell, Gonzaga Prep, and scenes like this mirrored on not only across our region, but across the country and the United States as students are making their voices heard in a show of unity. And we are beginning 17 minutes of silence, 1 minute for each victim of the Parkland, Florida high school shooting a month ago. And we begin with a live picture from Meade. And as we are in these 17 minutes of silence, we will be showing you the people that were killed that day in Parkland.
Do you hear anything?
Yeah, we're doing, I guess, 17 minutes of silence.
Here in the classroom, churches, and in their neighborhood. But here we are, and here we are, 1 month after yet another tragedy. And I think we're here because our legislatures, our elected officials, our people with power weren't listening. And they probably weren't listening because we were not speaking loudly enough. We were not doing enough. We were complacent. And complacent.
Age 14, Parkland, Jocelyn Oliver, age 17, Parkland, Joseph Mercury,
How do our live calculations?
age 56. Jessica Oliver, age 14, Parkland. So now we are going to invite the choir to sing.
Okay. You want to talk? Come on up.
Rule, but he didn't stop us from doing this. We have more time. Okay.
people suffer during these tragedies, and like what happened in Freeman and Florida. Do you want more people dead because of these tragedies? We need to take a stand. We need to take a stand to stop this gun violence. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to have a minute of silence for Sam Strahan from Freeman High School, who lost his life. And after that, children, file back in and wave to Ann in the office, and then just quietly make eye contact with her so she sees you.